listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Hi, welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. I am Nicky Davis Jr. Okay, let me just start by saying today we have my co-host is different than my normal co-host. She is my abnormal co-host. I've actually been wanting to do this for quite a while.
Well, we look a lot alike.
We do look a lot alike.
Well, you and I do.
You meant you and Sandra?
Well, we have a matching essence.
Yes, you do. Yes, you're very dry and funny and fast.
Well, oh, that's very nice of you to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just thinking of our adoration to you.
Oh, well, I'll take that. Thank you very much. But in this case, I am Nicky Davis Jr., licensed comedian, stand-up esthetician. Also with me is a licensed comedian, stand-up esthetician, Robin McDonald.
Certified, licensed, yeah. Mm-hmm. All of the above. Yeah.
Owner
all
and creator.
Degrees.
Owner and creator? We say creator. KINDri Skin Care. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Amazing skincare line. And I just want to say thanks again for coming.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to be Sandro for a day.
Yeah. Well, you get to be like here for 6 episodes.
It's big shoes to fill.
No.
Yeah.
Well, feel free to cut me off whenever.
Okay. He doesn't do that. He's genius at it.
No, he's great.
No, he is the standard by which all podcast hosts should be measured.
Oh, that's nice. I'll tell him you said that. You mean co-hosts.
Well, he'll be watching this, won't he? Oh, did I say host?
You said host.
I'm so sorry.
Whatever,
Excuse
Robin.
me.
That's fine.
Well, I have, big dreams.
All right. So, first of all, we were talking about my ponytail, which is far too thick and romantic for my age. First of all, I usually thin them out a little bit, and I just cut it short. So, yeah,
we can have braids.
Yeah, but look how thick it is. I mean,
that's admirable.
I'm almost 60. Nobody has this kind of maybe like a witch.
It's your hair, right?
I mean, I purchased it on Amazon. It's like a fake ponytail. I wear fake.
You got me.
Really? Okay, good. Well, then it looks okay. All right, good. All right, so let's bring out our guest. Before we start, just bring out I'm a little bit spazzy right now. Are we still allowed to say spazzy? Is that? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Speaking of spazzy, I am. I was going to say the topic of today's podcast is: can you shrink your pores, or are we actually being lied to?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Got a lot.
Right.
Got a lot to talk about when it comes to pores.
I'm so excited. Robin has been. How long were you an esthetician for?
Over 30 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you started before I started in 1999. I've been over 25 years. So
I got my license in mid 80s.
Okay. I got mine in late 90s.
That's about right?
I think so.
I like saying over 30 anyway.
Yeah, that sounds good. You don't want to go too far over 30.
Well.
All right, so let's bring out our guest. I'm super excited. This guest, I sat next to her at a party recently, and she was having hibachi thrown into her mouth. And it was so awesome. And we danced the night away. She's a comedian, obviously, and she's got a new podcast called Millennial Mood Board Podcast.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
All right, you guys give it up for coming to the couch. Start clapping for Valerie Tosi. Sorry. Hi there.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, not much. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's 1,000 degrees today.
Dude, it's terrible.
What happened to June gloom?
Yeah, I miss the gloom.
I know. I do too. And I'm going to New York next week, and it's supposed to be pouring rain the entire time. And part of me is like, all right.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
Are you
thanks.
doing a stand-up over there?
Yeah, I'm going to be running around. I'm on the East Coast for 2 weeks, mostly Boston, but I'm going to pop up to New York for a couple days and try to do some shows and run around and all that. So
You work a lot, by the way. I follow I follow what you're posting and what you're doing.
I'm hustling constantly.
I like that. You have to.
Yeah, especially now. We were talking the other day, a couple of my friends, and we were like, remember when you had just one day job, and now it's like you have to have 17 in order to like feel like you're even just a little bit above the line,
and still remain a comedian at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so well said.
Thank you.
Yeah, Robin did stand up for a while, and she's a very
just a
hilarious,
minute. No,
active-
I'm not like you guys.
she's
No,
fucking
I
You were smart and got out.
sketch.
Yeah,
I was more
exactly.
sketch.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
That's where I started too.
I was always much older than everybody else, and it was hard to be like backstage, you know.
But you look the same age, if not younger.
Come on now.
Take the compliment.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Thank you. I know I have to learn to take that compliments like that.
Yeah.
But because I don't get them that often, so I should really
Just even
relish
talk on the
when
phone
I
that
do
much,
get
yeah.
one. But no, and I just got back from New York too, and it was rainy.
Yeah.
Still, there's the magic of it, you
I
know.
well, especially now with Mamdani there, and like the energy from even just seeing it online is like electric. And
Yeah.
I'm so excited to go and just like experience a little bit of that. So
Is that why you're going? Is for stand up or just for
yeah. So I realized I had been neglecting New York. I have not been since 2018.
Oh wow.
And it had been way too long. So I was already planning on going to Boston because I had some stuff lined up. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pop up for a couple days and show face. And
Are you
feel like
from
I'm starting
Boston?
over. Am I from Boston?
Oh.
I don't
She
have my
says,
glasses
If you're listening
on.
and not watching, she has a giant
Yeah,
bee
one
on
dirt
her
bag
wrist.
tattoo for you. It's the Red Sox bee. That's permanent. So that was a
Awesome.
choice. But here we are.
So
But
awesome.
yeah, but I've been out here for almost 20 years.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah, so it's been a long time.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Thank you all.
Oh. Well, today's topic, as we were mentioning before we started, and how fortuitous it was, but we're talking about how you can you actually shrink your pores, or are we just being lied to?
Yeah, I laughed when I saw it because I was like, did you like zoom in on my face and be like, this is what we should talk about with her? Because it is one of those things where I can't speak for everybody, but for myself when I'm in the mirror and I'm looking and scrutinizing and everything else. And I'm just like, why though? Like, why are you like that in certain areas?
Oh,
It's the number one thing that clients come in with,
with the pores.
don't you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is it really?
If you had to rate, Nikki, wouldn't you say?
that's the number one thing I think they ask about, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's the number one problem, quote unquote. I think people are so much more aware of what they see in the mirror
yeah.
than what anybody else is going to
Yeah.
see, because your nose pores are so much bigger than everywhere.
Okay.
else.
Yeah.
So that's normal. That's good
Oh
to
my
know.
God, yes, very
Because
normal.
I'm always like,
Yeah.
why when I'm in the
no,
mirror?
it's really
Like,
abnormal. Valerie.
Okay.
It's really disgusting.
that tracks.
Well, let's discuss first of all, what are pores? They're hair follicles, right? Every pore has a hair in it, correct?
Yes, with a small indentation into the skin,
See,
which,
I knew I was gonna
you
be-
know, doesn't, pores don't get bigger or get small. I mean, they can only get bigger, but they can never shrink in size because it's really the skin around that indentation of the skin that expands and contracts. So when you buy product that says reduces the appearance of pores,
That's where they get
That's where
you.
they get
the
you.
fine
That's where-
print.
because
Ah.
it's basically contracting the skin with some component that makes the skin look less porous.
like tighter. Did you say,
Yeah,
like just
tighter or yes, tighter, definitely.
Yeah, because I know one phrase that I see a lot on skincare is like pore minimizing.
Yeah.
Is like another one that they use all the time.
Exactly.
Looking at you, Neutrogena.
But I mean, if it's a component that really does shrink the skin, it's around it. It's it does minimize. So that's
How long does it
marketing.
last for?
It depends on the product.
Mm.
You know,
like
it really
albumin or
does.
something maybe might
Yeah,
like, make it
and your own
tighter
body
or-
heat.
Oh right.
You
yeah.
know.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, pores don't have muscles, okay, so they can't they can't open and close literally. But why do they look bigger? Why do they look bitter? They're very angry. Maybe because everybody's trying to minimize them.
Well, when the skin expands through heat,
Mhm.
when you have a lot of makeup on, anytime the skin is heavy.
Also genetics play a big role in it.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, there's some people that I'm like, do you even have pores? Like their skin is so flawless naturally, and it is infuriating.
Yeah, we hate those people.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. I don't hate many people, but if you have no pores, get out of my face.
it's not job security for us. So
Somebody, a friend of mine, just went to a dinner and sat across from Michelle Pfeiffer, and I was like, "Come on, tell me everything,"
Yeah.
And she said she doesn't have a line or a pore, and she is absolutely perfect.
Wow.
So and it
it's
was
not just a filter.
outdoors
Oh my
too.
God.
There's some people, they're just like, it's like Simone Ashley, who is on, she was in Bridgerton. She was the lead in season 2. And she was just in Devil Wears Prada as well. She's one of the most stunning human beings I've ever seen. And every time, it's like, even just people snapping random photos of her, I'm like, you can't take a bad photo. And her skin is like, it's constantly glowing. It's crazy. And I'm just like, and you've looked like that, it seems like most of your life. I don't think this was a quote unquote glow up. Like, I think you just were blessed with perfect skin.
She probably didn't have acne as a teenager.
Probably,
Like
yeah.
that.
One of those, unfair.
Well, so what else can affect your collagen loss and sun damage? And then the big one is congestion. Like, I've always told people, like, you don't want to over extract, because then you're like, I feel like then you're kind of stretching the pores out, maybe, or I don't know, or like you're inviting more oil in, but you do have to get the little blockages out. Otherwise it will hold the pore open longer.
Yeah. I think it's better to get the skin as clean as possible.
Yeah. What is it called again?
Because
the
it'll
little,
snap
like,
back.
things that are in there. Is it filaments or something?
Comedone?
Is that what it is? Like when there's like, when you don't have a break,
like
is that what it is or something?
I never heard it described like that.
I'm just making shit up over here.
You're a doctor.
I'm like,
oh,
I always bring my notebook and I take notes for the people.
Oh no.
So I'm going to write down filament.
I don't know. Oh my God. I'm like, am I talking about like?
Isn't that what they put in a light bulb?
Yeah, I don't know. Am I talking about like geology now? I don't who even knows. It's something like that, or I heard some word. Now I'm just oh God, TikTok has rotted all of our brains.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like something in there where they're like, well, you shouldn't, because you see like,
Amelia?
Maybe, I don't remember. You looked at me like I would be like, yes, that's the word.
But it's it sounds like filament.
When you have like it's not like a breakout, but when you can pull at your skin or push and there's stuff that like will come out.
Yeah.
But it's not like acne. It's like whatever that.
It's an impaction. It can be anything. It can be makeup, can be sweat. It can be stuff out of the atmosphere. If you're vulnerable to that, anything can impact the pore.
Now, what's your take on heated like classes for like if you're working out a lot and you're doing heated yoga, heated Pilates, things like that on your skin? How is that? That's probably going to take a huge toll on your pores.
I want to hear your take on that.
I think it's great for detoxing, but you have to follow up as soon as you get out of that. I used to tell, I'm retired now, but I would tell my clients if they're taking hot yoga, because God forbid I would never. You have a towel and run that towel over cold water, under cold water immediately when you get out of that class, especially the ones where they lock the doors and plug up all the, the vents and all that stuff. Like Beakram used to be really, some of those Beakram places were pretty crazy. But so you need to bring the temperature down of your skin immediately when you get out of that stuff and get whatever you've collected on the surface of your skin off of it.
Okay.
Well, that leads me to, what about like ice cubes? And do you recommend like people, with like people put their face in the ice water, like Joan Crawford. Yeah. Yeah.
I love a good mommy dearest plunge.
No more wire hangers.
Yeah. Face plant into a sink of ice.
Yeah, because I have a couple girlfriends that have those things that you can they fill with water and you can freeze and the cap pops off and then you
globes.
Yeah.
I love those.
Okay. I meant to get one. All right.
I think they're great. They're so if you're coming in from a run or whatever, but they're de-stressing too, even if you're sitting at your computer with your head in your hands like me.
Yeah,
8 hours a day.
Every muscle in your body clenched.
And I love a cold anything, really. I think is great for skin.
I think it's good for lymphatic drainage too.
And
by the way, with
I've
the
never
heat and
done
the cold,
that.
heat and cold. Well, I mean, if you're using, you said you have like a little rolly thing, or you were just saying?
No, I want to get one.
Oh, okay,
I just didn't know like a professional's opinion on them because we're sold to constantly online, so you never know what's actually effective and what's not.
Yeah,
and they say the back of a spoon will do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
But they're so convenient. Some of the ones that are made, they're just really lovely.
Yeah,
I have one that it has a nice handle on it. It goes in there and you just roll it over your face. But also it's good for breaking down trapped fluids in the skin, like underneath the eyes. So it's a good eye depuffer.
You just need to know that you got to be moving up, out and down. Like if you're doing lymphatic drainage, like you're saying, it always has to come down the sides of the neck until like, and you want to warm this area up, get your lymph nodes moving, and then whatever you're using, it's a very light touch because the lymph is right underneath the skin.
Yeah.
And so you just want to move it to the side, out and then down.
Okay.
Out and then down, out and then down. Because a lot of people take the gua shas and they go like this, like they're doing like a karate chop, and then they scrape it. And people, I mean, have you noticed that people do that?
Oh yeah, I mean, and I did.
Yeah, too rough.
I did for a long time before I actually took a class and learned how to use it and what the intent of that stone is for. But it really is the flat part of it that works. Yeah.
All right. So what actually helps with pores? Do you think retinoids help with the appearance of pores?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
I think I'm talking too much.
Okay.
She's like, pass.
Again,
it does tighten your skin.
Yes, it's a super exfoliator, and it regenerates cell turnover.
Yeah.
So it's good for that. But we've had this discussion before on aging skin. I tend to back off on it a little bit more, but
it can be harsh.
It's great, 40s, 50s, even into the 60s. But when you get to be an old lady like me,
you won't even believe how
you don't use
That's
your
why when she kept going, then she's like, but I'm past that. I'm like, wait, whoa.
No.
Yeah, no, I just turned 71.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Party's over,
Yeah,
Valerie.
no, the party's just starting.
Wow, I would never in a million years have guessed that, because I've been staring at your skin this whole time, being like, of course she's her skin is flawless, like,
but she doesn't do anything either. Like you don't do anything.
No, I don't go out.
Oh, I don't mean like that. Yeah, she has no life.
I don't go out until after
she
dark.
Smile.
So funny.
But yeah, I think that when you get to be my age, I learned even from hands-on experience with clients to kind of back off of the exfoliation a little bit, and the skin becomes a lot more delicate.
Right.
So, but you guys can bathe in retin-A, right now if you really wanted to.
Well, okay, here's a couple things I wanted to bring up. Okay, so benzoyl peroxide, they're now saying that like it produces something called benzene, which is a cancer-causing agent, right? And that's one of the things that are like the main ingredients in some of these like cheaper skincare companies. And it works, but it also is producing this horrible chemical. But salicylic acid, on the other hand, I don't think it has any bad benefits, but it does kind of a similar thing where it sort of like goes into the pore and releases oxygen in there a little bit. And then it will clear it out so that you're not getting like the inflammation.
So I was going to say, one of the things that back when I had insurance and had a dermatologist, she had recommended because I was breaking up because of going to so many heated classes. My skin was just like not stoked about it. And one of the things that they recommended was panoxyl, because it has, what is it again? The
benzoyl peroxide?
Yes, because it has that in it to help, like, not even just on your face, but like on your chest and like in your clavage, but all that, just to like help with after the extreme heat and then all the sweat buildup and all that, like showering with it.
Right.
But now I'm just like, but a doctor told me to use it, so am I not supposed to use it now? Like, it's kind of crazy. The information is constantly changing, and is the damage already done? Yeah,
I think
it
dermatologists,
really
they just they do the symptoms and they don't really think about the long term. And also, I don't think they're not addressing what's actually causing something.
Some don't,
So they're reflecting what they learned.
They're just going to write a script and then you're at the door. But I think it's interesting and important to bring up about the décolleté, because you forget that, especially your guys' age, that the rays of the sun hit the pavement and bounce right up here on everybody. So, it's an area that you want to be concerned about,
Okay.
I just cover
now,
it.
So,
yeah.
Thank God we don't have
Sunblocks.
pores, or at least not very many in here, in this area.
You what?
Thank God we don't have a ton of pores in our décolleté area.
Yeah, because the skin is so taut to the bone.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can always tell too, like when you see women that were like out sunbathing so much in the 80s with baby oil and everything else. And it's just like, you
Oh.
go to Florida and you're like, whoo.
No, I know but I did that too because
Yeah.
I grew up in upstate New York, and when all the rich kids were going to Florida with their families on vacation, the rest of us were in the backyard with the baby oil and the
Yep.
iodine
That was my
And-
mom.
and
Same thing.
aluminum
My mom did baby
foil,
oil
you know,
and,
trying to catch that March New York sun.
Yep. The
You know, whatever.
My mom
The
did baby
tiniest
oil
ring.
and iodine.
iodine.
I know, isn't that weird? What
Yeah,
was
I
the
just said
iodine
that.
For, oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed the iodine
Yeah, it's
part.
nice and orange already.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
It's just the coloring.
Just iodine that you would put on cuts as kids. You know, we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and turn it orange, and we'd
Before
slather up,
self-tanner.
and we'd
Oh
put
my
up
God.
some aluminum over a piece of cardboard, and
It's so funny to hear that now because
Sit
at the
down.
time it's like, yeah, this is a thing that works. But hearing it now, it's just like, what were we
Yeah,
doing?
I know.
Oh my
What were we
God,
doing?
they're destroying our faces.
but so many
Ugh.
things back
Yeah.
in my generation, of course, that are just like have been debunked in such a big way now. You
Yeah.
know, but it's true. The information that's coming to the forefront is constantly changing now, and you have to decide what's right for you. And then nutrition plays a huge part in it too. And
Just
a
like
lot of
those-
doctors don't go there.
Yeah.
With your skin,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay. What
So-
cause? I know sugar. Obviously, if you have a lot of sugar, you're going to break out. Anything else that kind of causes flare ups and stuff?
With the breakouts?
Mhm.
Stress.
Yeah.
Yes. I was thinking foods, but yeah, stress is
Yeah,
probably
right.
a
Because I
better
did bring
one.
it up about
Yeah.
nutrition, and yet my suggestion was stress.
Yeah, but stress affects your digestion. And your
Give you an
digestion's
idea
gonna
where
show
I'm
up,
at.
Yeah.
But yeah, because sugar it will attach itself to the proteins in the bloodstream and start to break down, and it's bad.
That's glycation, right?
Yes.
And then it don't look so surprised.
No, you know what surprises me?
What?
That I knew it. That it rang a bell.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Ding ding ding.
Ugh.
Yeah, it basically makes your collagen crunchy.
Ugh.
So eating a lot of sugar and drinking alcohol, that's why when you see people drinking a ton of alcohol, they get like, first of all, they get the gin blossoms because they've destroyed the capillaries in their nose.
Yeah.
I don't know why they get so bulbous, but then also your skin starts to break down. I've seen people who've smoked for every day since, they were children until the day that they almost died, who have better skin than people that drink
That's it.
heavily.
That's the thing too. I mean, it's when you say what causes breakouts, there are people that live on sugar that,
That's
you know,
true.
our
Yeah.
clients would come in and they'd tell us what their diet was, and we'd be like, can't even have a piece of birthday cake,
Oh.
you know, and here's this person like coming in with a thing of M&Ms from Costco, just
Yeah.
like popping them all
While
day
she's having a
long.
facial. Yeah.
Because as you get older too, I know like your body is processing, especially as women, we're not processing sugar as well. So like that, I'm really just starting to learn about perimenopause that all of a sudden popped up and nobody knew about, and now
Yeah.
it's like everywhere I go, I'm hit with all this information of things, and it's just like, oh.
Are you entering that phase of your life?
I feel like I am. Like, I don't care if people know how old I am. I'm 41,
Yeah.
and
Oh, you
so
look great.
You are?
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So I'm just like, what's going on? Is that a little Perry peekaboo or what's happening right
Yeah,
now?
Perry Peekaboo.
Because there's just so many things that like everything's getting worse, and so I'm trying to figure out if it's starting, if it's just like, am I just too stressed because who isn't right now?
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I have a question for you because we talked about before your millennial mood board.
Mm-hmm.
Did we bring that up yet?
I mentioned it at the very beginning.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
So what is the number one thing that millennials will put on a mood board in general? I know everybody's different, but I'm just wondering if aesthetics, physical aesthetics is part of it, or is it a an island, beautiful, living on a beautiful island somewhere, or a car or a house, or, peace of mind, or, what is the number one thing?
I think there's so many things that could go on there right now because everything feels so unattainable and out of reach. I have wanted to own a home for so long, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess an apartment is what it's going to be for however long that is, because real estate's so insane. We're getting close to putting groceries on that mood board because it's just everything is so obscenely expensive. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And then even the little tricks and tips that you could do when you were younger to help save money. I was just talking with one of my girlfriends about this the other day. Where it's like, when I first moved out here in 2008, we were really broke, but we wanted to try to eat somewhat healthy, we would go to the 99-cent store because they had produce and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And now the 99-cent store doesn't even exist. So people
that's right.
are like, don't even have that as an option anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so like even just the things that if you were trying to be healthy, even if you were not in a financial place where you could go to a Whole Foods or whatever all the time,
It's expensive.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, on my mood board, I miss the aesthetic of Y2K era. I miss and I know a lot of it's coming back, but I also miss looking that carefree. I miss not knowing who's in charge of the government. I miss a lot of stuff and just not being, it's, I feel like we look younger, like millennials look younger than previous generations. And I think it's because it's the only thing we have. You know, it's like, well, I'm not going to own a home. I can barely afford a car. I can't I don't have health insurance. Like all this is I might as well at least look
blow
good.
it all on skincare.
Like literally though. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And do you think your generation invests in skincare?
I think we do. Because I think that we're constantly trying things to see what works. I think we're also very thrifty and we're constantly looking for dupes of stuff.
Yeah.
And
DIY too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. A lot of DIY stuff. There's tons of, I'm always trying to find something that's a little more affordable because some of it, and some things you can't skimp on. Some of it is just for me, I know I like Elta MD a lot for sunscreen and for moisturizers and toners. And it's pricey, but it's I'm so fair. I have
it's a clean line too, isn't it?
I don't know actually.
Alta,
I think it is.
LTA, right?
Elta MD, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're great. But it's, it's like $45 for a little thing of moisturizer. And you're
crazy.
Okay. But when you're translucent, you have to be careful what you put on your skin.
You need a burqa, I think.
Yeah, you do.
I need a whole tent. I just need to not be in public.
Okay, and then the last thing I was gonna say is the lasers. People use lasers a lot, and there are studies that show that a lot of people do get they do see results from doing lasers.
Yeah, you mean in treatment in a dermatologist?
Nothing that an esthetician can do or anything like that. But yeah, and then also this is one thing, and then I have to kind of wrap it up. But the fact that, and we're all on this, the filters are ruining us. And we're being compared. We're even comparing ourselves. If I'm on TikTok, I'm looking at a video I'm making. I know for a fucking fact that it's altering my face, and I didn't even ask it to. I'm like, there's no way I look that good right now. Even it's just enough for me to think that they're just making it so that you'll come back and put your face on there.
Yeah.
So and then
really,
and then someone does put a filter on there, and you're like, well, I'm supposed to look like that now, and it's so sophisticated now.
So if you do a TikTok with just normal lighting and all of
I'm
that, and
convinced
no
that they give you
settings,
a little bit of a filter.
They give you a little zhuzh.
Well, Zoom does it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you have to put the settings on for
set
that
mine,
though,
yeah.
which I have to.
All the way across.
What? Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I just thought it was just already on. No,
Oh,
just
that's so
kidding.
weird.
No,
Yeah, that's when someone's like, let's hop on Google Meet. I'm like, how dare you? I need that filter.
but I think it does also blur a little bit more than a normal camera would do. Zoom.
Oh,
That's what
well,
I
probably
heard.
because it's not like a super sharp.
I think it depends on whatever computer you have too and how good the camera is.
That's true.
But yeah, it's
but filter as well.
even now, there are times where I'm like, I look back because I'll filter some stuff, if I'm posting photos and whatnot. But for me, some people go so balls to the wall with filters that I'm just like, you look insane.
Yeah.
And then for me, I'm like, I just want to look like myself on my best day. That's my
With
goal.
good lighting.
Yes, exactly. Where sometimes the lighting's really bad or whatever, and you're just like, your face is shadowed. Somebody that wears glasses, sometimes it's hard because you get that shadow on your face.
Yeah.
So I'll go in and change stuff up a little bit just to make sure that it looks, again, like me on my best day. But then it's crazy because you'll go back and look at photos and you're like, did I filter that one or did I really look that good?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? And then you're comparing with yourself and you're your own worst enemy at that point. It's so
You're like, wow, I
bizarre.
look so much better 4 days ago.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
though.
I've aged 10 years in
Literally.
4 days.
Yeah.
You know when you have headshots, right?
Mhm.
And you get them and you can't bear to look at them.
Uh-huh.
And then a couple years later, you start using those headshots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I think was so bad about that?
Yep.
You
That's
know?
what they should call one of the filters. 10 years ago headshot.
Yes, I know they should.
Yeah, when they're just like, and here's the raw, unedited ones, and I'm like, I don't want to see them.
No.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, Valerie, tell us where people can find you. and then also plug your podcast again,
Yeah. So you guys can find me on all the things for at Valerie_Tosi. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, all that stuff. I have a new podcast out that Nicky was talking about called Millennial Mood Board, where we deep dive into millennial culture. We have a couple episodes out now talking about Spring Break on MTV and BET's Spring Bling.
Yes.
And we did Y2K fashion. And our next episode, here's a little spoiler, is Y2K Panic, which we deep dive on, which is very fun. And it's co-hosted by Paula Viganalan and Jasmine Ellis, two other very funny comedians. So that's out. You can find us everywhere. And I also I have an album out if you like stand-up comedy called Beach Trash that you can find online and on Apple, Spotify, all that stuff. So.
Well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks. I had a great time.
Do you have a podcast in the next room after this?
I don't know. I'm not going to do a round robin today. It's just this one and done.
All right. Well, thanks again. And I hope to see you soon. And
Cool.
Maybe we'll have be at a dinner party somewhere. And
I love that.
I can't wait for the panic, the Y2 panic.
It's
I love how you said it's fun.
It's very fun because when you go back and look at the footage and like some of the photos, we were insane.
Yeah.
We were insane. Like people were hoarding and like in bunkers and stuff. It is really wild.
Oh my God. Yeah. Because they thought when it was going to turn into 2000.
They thought everything. My parents were some of those. They wouldn't let me go out on Y2K. Like they would not let me leave the house. Everybody else I knew was having like the party of the year.
Yeah,
it was
right.
turning the millennium. And I'm just home. Like I can't believe I'm in the basement with a can of beans. Like this is awful. Like,
And my parents.
The can of beans was the clincher for me.
God, ruinous.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And yeah, so we'll have you back another time, I hope.
Cool.
And
Sounds
that's
good.
it. Yeah. All right. Well, enjoy the
Delightful
rest of
to meet you.
Oh, you
your
too.
Summer. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, take care, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, bye.